Okay, so there was some issues, and finally, I guess the issues are resolved. And so sorry for that. Something went wrong. When things go wrong, everything goes wrong, right? It starts from the network, then camera went wrong, then I started with mobile network, again it went wrong. So let's again get started. So let's treat this as a new streaming. So welcome back, aliens. I'm here to answer your questions. Now you can ask your questions on the chat window. You can ask your questions by coming live. So let me share the invite. And so sorry, I guess Akash or Akshay, you just missed. You were there and then you missed it. So I'm sharing the link. Akash, if you're there, please, or I forgot your name. Maybe it was Akash or Akshay. Please join so that I can answer your questions. I will pick you first if you are joining here. So I've shared the link in the chat window. Please join. I'm so sorry for that. I don't know what went wrong. Again, it says my battery is dying. I don't know what is going wrong with my battery. This is new camera. This is not something you expect from a camera, right? So I know what is going wrong there. But still, whatever time we have with that camera, we'll use it. Otherwise, I have a backup camera. And we have Akash here. Yeah, hi, Akash.
Hello, sir.
Sorry for that. Something went wrong with the camera and with the network.
Sir, I've been waiting for long, sir.
So sorry for that. Yeah,
Sir,
you can go.
I have some queries related programming, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I'm from science background, sir. I have read biology in 12th also, sir.
Okay.
So I'm starting my programming now recently now only, sir.
So currently you're doing what? You're doing your bachelor's
Uh,
in
no,
science.
yes, sir, bachelor, sir. I'm in second year, sir. Now.
Okay. And then you have taken what? Physics and maths?
I'm doing my electronics and communication (ECE), sir.
Oh, okay. Okay. Makes sense.
So I've started watching your Python videos, sir.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to. I am aiming to become a developer, web and app developer, sir.
Okay.
So is it okay to read Python? Learn Python and Java, sir?
So you want to be a web developer, right?
Yes, sir.
Python, Java, yes, it makes sense. So if you want to get into web development, I am thinking you will be going for full stack, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so for full stack, you need to work on front end and back end. For front end, you need to know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
Yes, sir.
For backend, you can choose whatever language you love. You can go for Python, you can go for Java, you can go for JavaScript, you can go for PHP. Going for Python is also okay. Going for Java is also okay. If
Yes,
you are thinking for big companies, then Java would be preferred. Uh, if you want to try out with startups and mid-sized companies, I would say try for JavaScript as a backend as well.
okay, sir.
Node.js.
So,
That should be a good option.
is it one more question, sir? If I learn Python and Java simultaneously, both, sir, is it okay,
Mhm.
sir? Or I should learn one subject at a time?
That will be okay for some people because see, for me, I can't learn multiple technologies simultaneously. I
Yes,
do
sir.
get stuck somewhere, so it's not for everyone. If you are someone who want to, who can learn multiple things together, I mean, normally we do that with in our colleges, right? So what we do in our college is we have so many technologies we have so many concepts to work with, so you can try it out. But my suggestion would be do one thing at a time. Don't do it
Okay,
parallelly.
okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
So, sir, is it okay if I now I have started Python, sir? I didn't learn C or C plus plus, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you have not learned C and C++, right? That's your
Yes,
question.
sir. So, is it okay if I learn only that Python from Python, Java, JavaScript?
Yes, that is fine. That is fine. That should work.
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Okay.
so there is no hard and fast rule that you should be knowing C and C++, but
Okay.
having that knowledge will be helpful.
Oh, sir. Last doubt, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Go ahead.
Sir, as I don't know more about the programming, what is that framework, sir?
Okay, so what happens is when you start working on projects or when you start, so let's say you are learning you are learning Python, right?
Yes, sir.
What you are learning now is the basics, is the
Yes,
fundamentals
sir.
of Python. But
Yes, sir.
if you want to make a project, of course, you don't want to do everything by yourself. You want
Yes,
to
sir.
use some existing things.
Yes, sir.
So how do you design those existing things? Someone might have created a framework for you. Example, let's say when you go to a kitchen to make a Maggie or to cook a Maggie. So of course
Yes,
you
sir.
have everything there. You have a gas stove. You have you have boxes where you will find all the raw materials. So imagine
Yes,
that is
sir.
a framework. You get everything by default there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
again, my camera died, so I'm switching to another camera here. So does that make sense, Akash? The framework?
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So in fact, it will make much more sense once you start working on frameworks.
Okay, sir.
Right? Okay.
Okay, sir.
Audio
Thank you
is
for
audio.
thank you for having me, sir.
Yeah, it's my pleasure, Akash.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, great. We had Akash there. Next, we have Swaraj. Swaraj, I will take you on the screen, but before that, let me take some questions from the chat window. Okay, so all my batteries are dying today. Not good, not good. So, going live on YouTube is same as building a project, right? Writing code. You face a lot of errors. So let me share the invite. Once again, some people are not able to join the invite. So I'm sharing the invite link again in the chat window. So don't worry, I will just take you there, Swaraj, and here you go. Hey, hi, Swaraj.
Hi, sir. How are you?
How are you doing? Yeah, I'm
I'm
doing
good,
good. I
doing
love your
good,
name,
sir. How
right?
are you? Thank you, sir.
So tell me, Swaraj, what's your
Sir,
question?
actually, sir, I was very much waiting for this, sir. Actually, from a long time, I was waiting for this, actually.
Oh,
Thank you so much for
that's
bringing me
great.
here. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Sir, I've been watching your Java videos and all the playlists which have added. Those are very much good, sir. Which have helped me a lot, actually. But actually, sir, I have a doubt regarding the full stack development, sir.
Yes, please go on.
Like, how can I, sir, learn all the technologies which are required for the full stack development, sir? Like, is it
Uh,
possible to learn all the technologies, or should I have to learn only the particular technologies which I need to work on those things?
so basically, you need to learn all ultimately because if you say you are a full stack developer, you need to learn everything which is required to build a project. But the only problem which I see in full stack is all these things, full stack development, DevOps, all these things came recently. So when I say recently, maybe last 5 to 6 years. But before that, what was more famous is one person doing one thing. So maybe we have separate people for web development. We have separate people for uh, front end and back end. So that was the initial scenario. Uh, and that's where we used to have this amazing thing called jack of all and master of one. So let's say you are into front end, you're the master of front end. Let's say you're
Sir,
into
I think
back
your
end,
voice is
you're
breaking,
master of
sir.
back end. Oh, is it? Oh, so sorry for that. Just a second. Just a second. Let me just check my internet. As I mentioned before, nothing is going right today.
Yes.
This is my third internet connection which I'm trying. So I tried my home network, I tried Geo, and now I'm testing Vodafone. All this thing works in the normal time when I have a meetings, but today on YouTube, nothing is working. Even my camera died, which never happened live. So not a good day for me today. At least it is ending in next 1 hour, 1.5 hour. Is it audible now or still breaking?
Yeah, perfect, sir. No, sir, it's perfect.
Okay, cool. So where was I? I was talking about jack of all and master of one, right? So you have to be master of one, But if
Yes,
you
sir.
look at the current scenario, when you say you are a front end, you are a full stack developer, you basically have to master both the front end and back end, which will be tricky initially. So, what I would suggest is go step by step. Start with front end technologies first, only focus on front end. And so, be a master in front end
Sir, can
and
I
be
do
a
both the
jack.
technologies? Like, can I focus on front end and back?
You can do both together. Okay.
So,
There
like, can I
is
focus
not.
simultaneously on both front end and back? Yeah.
Yes, you can. You can focus simultaneously. The only problem is uh,
Sir,
our
again, your voice
brain
is breaking.
does. Okay. Okay. That's very bad. So let me know if I'm properly audible. This will be last interview for today. I need to work on this network again. Am I audible there?
Yes, sir.
Hello,
Now it's
hello.
fine.
Mic testing. Okay. So
Yeah, now
basically,
it's
you
fine,
have
sir.
to learn both. Okay. So basically, you have to learn both. Ultimately, you can do it parallelly, but I would suggest start one by one. Be master of front end first and jack of back end, then be a master of back end.
Okay.
Doing both parallelly will be difficult because your
Okay.
brain does this context switching between creativity and logic. Big backend is more of a logical thing,
Yes.
front end is more of a creative thing. Doing both simultaneously will be a bit difficult.
Yes.
So do
I agree.
first front end and then go for backend.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay, that was great,
Yes,
Swaraj.
sir. Thank you so
I
much.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Nothing is going right today. I'm so sorry. I just tried once again to go live, but internet is not working properly. Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow is Sunday. Let me try to go live tomorrow as well, so that I can answer your questions. Um, that's it. Oh, okay. Swaraj has the issue. Is my network properly? I'm audible to everyone. Oh, it's working. Okay. I thought there's an issue with my connection. Cool. Cool. So we can continue. That means cool. So we can take some more people online and we can have some discussion. And okay, there's one more thing. It should not be like I'm if I take you on the screen, it should be only questions. I don't know why I have this tendency to ask what's your question. Sometimes you can just be here to have a general talk. That's completely fine. Okay. So with that, everyone, if you're enjoying these live sessions, hit that like button so that I will know you're enjoying it. That's how I get to know if things are going good or I have to change something. I definitely have to work on this camera. I don't know what is wrong with this camera. Okay. Just a second. So I will take someone on the screen in some time, and let me take. So we have a little programmer here who will be the next one on the screen. But before that, we have a super chat. So super chat, thank you so much, Vibhav. Oh, I heard this name for the first time. I heard about Webo. But thank you so much for the super chat. And the question is your views on Flutter versus native and Forcia. That's the thing. I'm very naive to this Forcia things. I heard about it online, but not done enough research. In terms of Flutter and native, I feel native is always better. But again, it depends how you build an application, what are the requirements. For certain requirement, Flutter will be the best option. For certain requirements, native will be the best option. But I guess Flutter can solve almost all the issues. So if you have a confusion between Flutter and native, at this point, start with Flutter. Okay. So little programmer, I can't see your screen. Himanshu, thanks for the super chat. And the question is views on SAP. I'm not into SAP, so I don't want to comment on that. But thank you so much for the super chat. Little programming, I can't see your face. Anyone who want to join the stream, you can on your camera. Okay, and we got Jaideep. Hey, hi Jaideep. Can you hear me? Okay,
Hello.
the network is breaking. Is it mine or
No,
Jaideep's?
no, no. Actually, my mic was muted.
Okay. Hey, hi Jaideep. How are you doing?
Hi, sir. So, actually, recently I've been facing, I don't know from where this problem came. So, I started programming by seeing your videos only, like for Java, the 7 hour one. It was way back
Okay.
in 2019 after my 12th boards. I was
Okay.
too much interested in Android development, and then I came to know that I need to learn Java. Well,
Mhm.
Kotlin was there, but I don't know why like Java seems to be a better option for me. Then I learned Java. I keep on developing apps. I have published like till now I have developed a lot of apps, like published around 8 to 9 on the Play Store also. But
Okay.
after these 2 years, I don't know, like I feel really bored in Android app development. Like currently, like I don't feel like to work. For this, I also started one internship. It was a 2 month internship, but I didn't even continue that. Like I was just too bored in 1 month only that I leave the internship. And now I feel like to move my career to backend development, or I'm like not front end development because I hate writing HTML and CSS code. So it's a backend only because I feel really comfortable in Node.js. So what should I do? Like should I go back to Android app development, give one more try, because like I've been doing it for the past 2 years now. Currently,
Mhm.
yeah. Currently, I'm just came in third year, so I'm just confused. What should I do? Should I go back to Android development, or should I switch to backend?
So currently you're doing your engineering?
Yeah, I'm in third year.
Oh, that's awesome. This is the best time for you to explore. Now, since you are
Okay.
interested in the backend, I would strongly suggest explore backend. See, you can come back to Android anytime you want. So let's say after 2 years, you felt, hey, I got bored with Node.js. Now I want to go back to Android. Android will welcome you with both the hands. But it's time
Okay.
for you to explore Node.js. It's time for you to explore maybe a deployment on web, maybe explore cloud computing. You can also try out some niche technologies, let's say AI or blockchain or IoT. The best thing is you are in your college now. This is the best time to explore. There's no pressure of finding a job or something. You can explore as many technologies as you want, because once you join a job, it will be difficult for you to do what you want. You have to do something which your company
Okay.
wants. So
Okay.
if you can explore now, it will give you a better understanding of the technologies,
Okay.
right? Uh, IT is huge. Okay, it's very vast. Today, if you and and getting bored. Okay, so there's one interesting thing. You might get bored in your life multiple times on of different technology. So currently, you're bored of Android. After 3 to 4 years, you are doing something, and then you will get bored about it, and that is completely normal. The bad thing is if you get stuck with one thing and you don't want to switch, even if you're getting bored, that's a bad thing. But you have this mindset, okay, I got bored with this, I want to learn something new. That's a great thing. Make sure that you continue this for a longer time.
Okay. So I mean, like, I should try switching to backend development. And
Yes.
yeah. Well, like another thing that I have noticed is, I don't know why, but I don't feel, like I don't like to work in some company. Like I have joined multiple as an intern. I have like
Okay.
joined a lot of companies and leave them all in between. Like I haven't completed. It was like a 3 months or 4 months internship, but I don't know why I haven't completed an internship. Like the best I have done is just 1 month. I don't know why, but I don't know why I'm not able to complete that. Like, but like whenever I'm doing personal projects, then I don't know, like I don't have any problem with that. I can just code like the whole night. But if it's just the company work, I hate to do that. Like, what can be the problem with this?
Okay. So there might be two issues. I'm not sure. So the first issue, Jaideep, here might be with the type of companies you are working with.
Okay.
Maybe it's your luck or something. Every time you join a company, it's not a company which motivates the people working there. It's very important, with every company which you work with, it's their responsibility to keep you motivated. Let me give an example here. In my career of, let's say, 10 years, I have done a lot of different type of work. I have done development. I was into managing people. I was into training people. Let's talk about specific to training. So when I was training different companies, I've taken training for, let's say, A company, B company, C company. Let's say, Jaideep, if I give you a choice, let's say you have already worked with A, B, and C. B is paying you more than A and C. So what do you think? Which company I will choose next time?
I mean, like, of course, B.
Of course, right? It's money is something which you always consider. But for me, like you mentioned, you don't like to work uh, under someone. So what
Uh,
happened with me is when I was working for B, they paid me very well. Okay, they were paying me 2x compared to A and C. But still, now I work with A because they
okay.
keep me motivated. It's their responsibility, it's the company's responsibility. Don't get motivated by money. Get motivated by the kind of culture they have, the type of work they are giving you, and are you learning something new every year or with every project? That's important. Now, that might be
Okay.
one issue, that the company where you're working is not, the culture there is not suitable for you. The second issue is might be with you. You don't like to work under anyone. And
Okay.
that's very normal. That's very normal. Nowadays, things are changing a lot. In fact, I was talking to one of my employee last week, and he mentioned that he don't want to work for the company for a longer time. He's working for me for time being, but the future for him is he don't want to work under someone. He want to have his own company. Maybe he will do freelancing, or maybe he will have his own company, but not under someone, and that's completely normal. It's just a mindset. So understand what you want in your life. Do you want to work under someone, or do you want to have your own thing? It might be a solo company. I mean, one man company, or one human company, or one
Okay.
alien company. I don't know what to refer. But understand, try to understand yourself, what you want. What you say? We have this word. Um, I forgot the word. So try to talk to yourself and understand what is going wrong with you.
Okay. Okay.
The earlier it is better. Don't get stuck with a company which you don't want to work with. Because see, once you join a big company and they have a bond of 2 years, then you're gone. Even if you want to leave, you can't. So before joining, also understand that, do you want to work for a company, or do you want to start your own?
Okay, I will definitely keep that in mind. And so the one last question which I have is, so like when I leave Android app development like 2 to 3 months ago, I started competitive programming because
Okay,
like I have seen that like if I want to give like if I want to go in some big company, big tech company, then this is one really important skill like data structure and algorithm.
right,
So like people were saying that okay, you need to have good stars in code chef and good ranking in code forces or in like this Google competitions which they arrange like Kickstart and CodeGem. So I started
right.
like I was practicing, but now I've started taking it seriously.
Okay.
So the problem which I'm facing is I'm able to understand the question,
Mm-hmm.
and even I'm able to like a lot of times I'm able to apply the brute force approach, but the optimize like I'm not able to came to that that optimized approach. And like a lot of people have told me that you need to practice more and not to look at the solutions. But the question is, till when should I not look at the solution? Like if I will with that mindset, like I don't have to look at the solution, then I will just waste 1 days or 2 days in the same question and not seeing the solution. So like what do you advise? Like suppose I
Uh,
have came to one question, what should I
yeah.
do if I'm not able to get the logic of that question?
For me, it's always you should never look at the solutions. Never. In fact, when I was doing so we didn't have competitive programming when I was doing my engineering, not engineering but bachelor. So I used to go to multiple colleges for competitions, and we never saw the solution. So that will be the best thing. Don't look at the solutions. I don't exactly know the situation in the competitive world now, but if I was there, I would have not seen the solutions. Never.
Uh, but sir, if we were not seeing the solution, like, and if I don't even know anything, that how will I just get the answer? Then what should I do? Like, if I will
That
not.
means you need to start step by step. Don't jump on the big questions. It's always
Okay.
take small steps. So go with a very simple one. How do you add two numbers? Maybe on
Okay.
that level.
Okay.
So
No,
that
like
should be the way.
I'm able to apply the brute force, but not but just not the optimized solution. Like, that's the only
Okay.
problem. Yes.
Okay. So maybe even if when you see the solutions, make sure that you understand the perspective of of a person as well. So what was the perspective of that person who have given that solution?
Okay.
Yeah, that should be helpful.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
Yeah.
letting me.
Oh, thank you so much, Jaideep.
Thank you.
Okay, so we have some other people here. By the time we have, so we have a super chat here from Gautam, and the question is, "Hello, now I became a full stack developer and I got a job all because of oh, is that a oh, sorry, I'm so sorry. I thought that's a question. Oh, thank you so much, Gautam. Thank you so much. I thought it's a question. Uh, okay, next question is what? Okay, now this is an important question by Status video, and the question is how to remember concept forever. You can never do that. Okay, you can never do that. Let me give an example here. I don't know should I say this on the internet or not. See, I have been working on Java from a long time, almost 10 years, right? So I've completed my graduation in 2010, and from that point, I was doing Java till 2019, almost 10 years, right? So last week I went live on YouTube to teach Java, and you have seen that, right? I'm doing these live sessions, and more sessions are on the way. When I was teaching you the Java concepts, there were certain things, certain points where I forgot the concepts. I was supposed to recall the concepts, and it took me some time. In 2018, or in fact from 16, 17, 18. If you meet me anywhere, even on the railway station, and if you ask me a question on Java, I was able to answer that. I mean, of course, 90% of the questions, not all. But now I don't remember them. Working on Java from 10 years, and now I don't remember all the concepts. Not even Spring Boot. I need to revise them. I need to go back to my notes. I need to go back to my videos and watch them. Maybe I will, if I do that in a week, I can complete entire things, but you will not remember everything forever. That's not how your brain works. You need to be cursed to remember everything. So, and not remember everything, that's a good thing. Okay. Next, who want to be on the screen? We have Turing, we have Jitu. Get your camera on. And if you want to join this live session, everyone, I'm sharing the link in the chat. We can spend some more time here. Okay, so we got Jitu here. Hey, hi, Jitu.
Hi. Hi.
Why there are so many bells behind you? So
It's a bedroom.
now, the moment I see a belt, I remember my uncle. He used to hit me with bells. Okay, horrible childhood. Okay, you continue.
Yeah, and I was joined into one of the project, and recently I was graduated, and later I was joined into one of the company, and I recently selected for one of the project, and
Okay.
it is mainly related to the big data.
Okay.
So what are the technologies we need to learn? And at the moment I'm working with the Scala
Okay.
stack. Okay. So along with that, what are the technologies we need to learn in order to survive in the big data, and how to be a big data developer, and is there any scope for the big data in the future as well?
Okay, so out of all these questions, Jitu, I have only one question answer, which is what's a scope? It has a very good scope. Ultimately, see, everything is data, right? So in future as well, everything will be data. And how do you store that data is with the help of big data. You store that in on different servers, and you have to also process it. And that's where we have this Spark framework.
Yeah.
So basically, for everyone who is watching this, Spark is a framework, and Scala is a language which works on which you can use to work on Spark. Apart from that, another question is what are technologies you have to learn. I'm not quite sure because I was doing big data in 2018, 3 years back. I don't even remember all the technologies now. So what my suggestion for you would be, uh, talk to your seniors. You have joined the company, right?
Yeah.
So talk to your seniors and ask them all the technologies which is getting used in the company and write it down. Now they
Okay.
might not be giving you the entire flow. Okay, this is what you have to do, this is what you have to do. You have to figure it out. So write down the technologies. You don't know the sequence, right? Go to Google and search about those technologies. In the description itself, they will tell you, okay, for this technology, these are the prerequisites. So you have to learn that prerequisite first. Example, let's say if you are learning Hadoop for big data, there might be different prerequisites for Hadoop. So you have to learn that first. Same goes for Scala. If you want to learn Scala, learn
We have
Java
to learn the
first,
Java.
right? And then Scala will be the next step. So get all the requirements, all the list from the senior, and try to create your own roadmap. Now, since I'm
Okay.
not into big data, I can't give you the exact roadmap here.
Okay, is that comes under the backend or something? It's a data
Uh,
engineering.
yes, you can say backend. See, the front and backend actually comes under one thing, which is web development. But apart from web development, there's so much to the IT industry, right? We
Yeah.
let's talk about AI. Now, where you will put AI into? Will you put AI into front end or back end? Now, so that's the thing. Front end back end only comes for web development. Apart from that, uh, it's a very different technology. AI is a different technology. Big data is a different technology. But still, if you want to put big data somewhere, you can put into backend because that's where the data comes from.
Okay. Okay, Naveen.
So
Thank you.
if someone asking you, are you into front end or back end? That your question? What should I answer? I mean, if someone is asking you, are you working on front end or back end? Hello,
Naveen?
can you hear me?
Naveen? Your voice is not audible.
Oh,
Yes.
is it something wrong from my side or I'm audible there? Hello.
Yeah.
Okay. So just to reiterate, what I was saying. Yeah. So basically, there is nothing called as front end and back end for web development. Oh,
It's
sorry,
a
for
separate
big
technology.
data. It's a bit technology.
Okay. Okay, Naveen. Thank you.
Yeah. Great. Thank you so
Th-
much, Jitu, for joining.
Thank you.
Okay, we got Turing here. Is it your real name, Turing?
Hello, Naveen. No, it's not my real name. I'm really big fan of Alan Turing, so yeah,
Oh, same here, same
I'm
here.
using.
I can't see your face, but
Okay, I'm gonna turn it on. It's all right.
okay. So by the
Hi,
time you get your screen, oh yeah, I can see you now,
hi.
but not clearly.
So
But anyway, that works.
I'm actually working as a software engineer from the past 2.5 years, uh,
Okay.
and right now, like I'm in a dilemma, like to switch from my software engineering role to a something like machine learning kind of site. Like I want to go into AI, ML. Like I want to research and build some systems. So
Okay.
I'm thinking a drastic change in my career at the moment. Like I wanna, resign the job and then switch over to like some. I wanna do some masters on it and then get a job hopefully after that. Do you think the decision I'm taking is right for me at this point? or should I
Can you
not?
just reiterate? I lost your voice in between. So basically, you are doing a job now, right?
Yeah, I am doing a job as software engineer.
Okay.
But
And
I like software engineering, but I'm very much, like fascinated by AI, and I want to learn more
okay.
about how can I create
Hmm.
those kind of, technologies on my own. I have started it many times, by going through Andrew Wenji or some courses on Udemy, but I always failed. Like I tried it, and halfway through, I just get demotivated, and then I stop, going through that. So
Okay.
then I thought, I think this is the time that I really need to make a switch in my career. So I have decided to, resign my job, and then, go ahead and pursue the masters in that area, and then hopefully I get a job
Okay.
in that field. So, like, do we have
But
any
why you have to
suggestions
do
or?
MTech for it? You don't need to do MTech for these things.
Uh, I have seen a lot of jobs on LinkedIn, like good companies. They're asking for a degree in machine learning, like to get a job inside it. And one more thing is,
Okay.
even though I'm trying to learn the conceptual matter every day, it's just
Hmm.
not clear to me like what's actually happening underneath. Like they do, like I want to understand the math behind it, and get more geeky into it.
Hmm.
But so that's why I think maybe masters is really better. Like I can really go a level deeper compared to what a
Right.
standard Python library just teach me.
Right. That's true. So if you want to do the mastery, getting the official degree is important. Uh,
Okay.
because let's say you will be having 2 years and then you'll be having a deadline. Now, one thing which we miss every time is we don't have deadlines. Example, let's say you want to do mastery in AI, there need to
Yeah.
be something which will force you to continue. Example, when
Mm.
you're doing a college degree, there's some requirements. Okay, so example, if you start with AI and in 1 month you thought, hey, I don't want to continue now, but then you remember,
Hmm.
hey, we have an exam after 2 months. You have to learn. You have
Yeah.
to submit this project in 2 months. You have to do it, right? So
Yes.
taking an official degree will be advantage in both the ways. You will be having a degree, and plus you will be
Hmm.
having a deadline to complete it. So that should be a good step, provided you have a good financial support. Since you're thinking about leaving a job,
Yeah.
so that will be a
Uh,
big financial burden on you.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm actually saving the what I'm like earning from the last 2 years. I've been saving it for like future purposes. So I'm going to use the whatever I saved till now to like afford the education that I want to pursue.
Yeah, that should be a good option then,
And
because while doing that, you can also do a part-time work. You can do freelancing to
yeah,
keep the money
and
rolling.
one more thing, yeah, Naveen, I want to ask you is how do you deal with burnout? Like mostly when I work from morning, like 9:30, 10:30 to evening like 8 or sometimes 8:30 or sometimes 12, depends on the day. But like today, I like yesterday till yesterday I felt very much burned out, and now today it's like weekend, so I'm like chilling. But usually during the whole week, most of the weeks I feel really burned out, and in the weekends I will not have any what you say confidence or any motivation to learn anything. Like I would like to learn new things, but there's no motivation to do that. Like how do you deal with this kind of situation?
Uh, for me, I have two options for it. So what I do is every time I feel a burnout, first I take a day off. So I don't have to think about it. The moment I don't feel motivated, I just take a day off. I do something. I watch a movie. I go out, drive or something. That's one way. Second is I watch videos of course, you can say motivation, external motivation, but I also watch videos. For me as a YouTuber, I watch the videos of my competitions. So if they are working hard, I have to work harder than them. I don't know if you know about this, about Muhammad Ali, when
I
he
know
used
Mohammed
to
Ali.
in the boxing. Yeah, so when he was not taking any rest, because every time he wanted to take a rest, he used to imagine his opponents in the ring practicing, right?
Got
So
it. So you're
you need
saying
to do
I
that. So
need
you
to
have to set a
find.
target.
Got it.
Yeah, don't find a
All right.
competition for you,
Thanks.
because it's not everyone looks for the competition. Look for yourself after 2 years. Imagine yourself in 2 years. This is where you want to
All right.
be. Whatever currently you're doing, is it helping you to reach there? If not, you have to work hard. and it changes for everyone. It's a very, what you say, subjective or personalized things we can adopt to.
Got it, Naveen. Thanks for your wonderful answers to my questions. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much for joining, Turing. By the way, what's your real name? I forgot your real name if you have mentioned.
Uh, my name is Azhar.
Azhar. Okay, great.
Yeah.
See you again, Azhar.
Bye. I'll
Bye.
see you. Bye.
Okay, great. Who's next? Okay, there was some super chats which I missed. One of the super chat was for Spring Boot, I guess. How do you learn Spring Boot? I hope that was the question. So basically, the roadmap for Spring Boot is you have to first start with Java, the basics of Java, and then you can jump to the Spring Boot directly. But then learning servlet JSP in between will be helpful. So learn Core Java first, then move towards Spring, then move towards servlet JSP and then Spring. And then Hibernate knowledge will be also helpful. It's just that I forgot to start a slow chat today. So I'm not actually able to stop the chat in between. It's just going up and up very fast. Okay, so we have some more. So we can take two more. Let me take a small break. I just wanted to have some water. I'm tired. Give me 10 seconds. I'll be back. Okay, I'm back. So who is next here? So who want to be on screen? So we have Sairaj, Yuvraj. Okay, that's a good name, Sairaj, Yuvraj. So let me take Yuvraj on the screen. Hi, Yuvraj, can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello. You can hear me, right?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah. Hello, Naveen. Thanks. Like you're making wonderful videos. Like I have couple of doubts. So I started with backend and like I learned Django, Fast API, and I was like growing. And like then I started AML. The point is like I've done multiple research works and I've done IEEE transactions and publications. I'm in second year. So I was confused like will I get a good placement? I'm not too good in competitive programming. So I was so confused and like I was afraid like I've done this much. So will I get any good job? Yeah. Like what do you say regarding that? I mean,
So you are in your second year, right?
yeah.
Okay, so you have done so much, but you're not good with computer programming. That's what you're saying.
Yeah. Like
Okay, so first of
I
all,
have my
not
hands on
every
everything.
company.
Yeah,
See,
continue.
computer programming is not that important. Okay, so I know there's a lot of hype is going on YouTube, especially. Everyone talks about computer programming. So you have to understand one thing: never follow the trend on YouTube. It never works. As a YouTuber, we have this tendency of creating a hype. I don't do that much, but maybe I do that 1 or 2%. But there are a lot of people on YouTube. They have this tendency of hyping, competitive programming. The moment you join Amazon, the moment you join Google, they give their expert advice. It's a good thing they give their advice, but the only problem is they hype on certain things a lot, and that's the confusion we have nowadays. Do we really need competitive programming to get a job? Not exactly. You can also make projects, the real projects, and you can showcase that to interviewers. You can support open source project, and that's how you can get a job.
Yeah, but the reason is like, see, we are students, we go from I mean, on campus placements, right? You understand? If
Right.
Amazon comes, they doesn't give, I mean, they give a shit about what we have done. Like, I have talked with my seniors, they are saying, like, it doesn't matter if you have done AML or you have done any IEEE transactions or publications. They only say
Right.
a competitive program. But I felt bad, like, what? I am interested in backend. I was like, what I have done is like, I started your Django codes and I was parallel doing ML. So I worked both and I made some couple of websites, like one hackathons. Like, but the thing is, I'm not too good in competitive program.
So welcome to the world of on-site on-campus
On
placements.
campus.
No, I was never a big fan of that. In fact, when in my company, in my college as well, we used to get a lot of on campus, but I went to one or two interviews, but not with the intention of getting a job there. Because on campus they have a different mindset. They want to hire people so that they can get in bulk, and plus they want to get the raw skill set or raw talent. See, one of the advantage having a raw talent is you can learn whatever you want. Example, let's say you're not specific to one field. When Amazon is hiring you, they're not hiring you as a machine learning expert or as a blockchain expert. They are hiring you as a raw talent. Now, how do you prove yourself? How do you prove that you are a raw talent? One way is by competitive programming. That's one way. But when you go for the interviews, when you are sitting there in front of the panel, there are multiple ways of proving yourself. It's not just a robotic process where they will check your competitive programming score. It's also a human way. So you have to convince them with your words, with minimum words, how capable you are. So you can tell them, hey, I'm good with machine learning, I'm good with web development, but I'm still raw. I can do whatever you ask me to do. So once you get me into your company, and if you throw, let's say, blockchain at me, or if you throw IoT at me, I can still work on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
and like,
on
will
campus,
my,
it's all about raw talent. Yeah.
yeah, I've done like multiple internships in like, I have like in startups. So will it help at anything to like, if they see an experience like in,
See, internship is always helpful, but that depends in that internship what you have done.
yeah,
If you have built the projects, you have to
yeah,
showcase it.
okay, sure.
Now, the
Yeah,
only problem is you will get only 2 minutes to showcase your skill set.
true. Yeah,
Some people, what they do is they talk about the projects and they keep talking about the projects. That's not how you impress them. You have to impress them by telling them the problem solutions and your way of thinking. That's very important for them.
yeah,
Does that make sense?
yeah, true.
And you're still second year, okay? Don't worry much about it.
I mean, like I mean, second year is done. Like I'm about to start in a month of third year. Like so, I need to
Okay.
get ready. So I
It's
started
more like
code chef.
a preparation for the IITs, right?
Like when I was in 11th, I thought of okay, 12th I need to prepare for IIT, and like third year I need to prepare for coding. It's like a rotation.
Yeah, after completing your graduation, you have to look for uh, big companies, or after that, even after getting a job in a big company, you have to look for big projects in the
Yeah,
company, and after that, you have to look for another company with a higher package. It's a never-ending process. You have to
yeah,
always look for uh, next thing.
yeah.
Yeah, but all the best. Don't worry much. And competitive programming is not that difficult. I would suggest you to don't run away from it. Again, not a big fan
Okay.
of competitive programming, but not a bad thing. It will help you for a longer run.
Like the thing is, like I was doing till now, like it's taking so much time. I was thinking like, what if I can learn some new language or new, like at starting in Golang or something. Like rather doing this time, like it's taking so 1 hour or 2 hours for a one problem. So in 1 to 2 hours,
Okay.
I can do some other productive stuff. I was like in that
Oh,
perspective.
okay. Okay. So maybe, so you're saying all the people who are doing competitive programming are not productive.
No, I mean, see, like at the end of the
Yeah.
day, like I worked in production level, so I
Right.
never seen any competitive programming there. And if everything about JSON or like
True.
manipulating
True.
data, that's it.
True. 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 But yeah, but it helps you to build your logic. Okay, competitive programming, not for everyone, but in general, it helps you to build the logic. Yeah. That's a
Thanks,
good talk,
man.
Yuraj, with you. Enjoy your next 2 years in engineering.
Sure, sure. Thank you,
Yeah,
Naveen.
thank
Like,
you so much. Great. We got Sabarish. Yeah, hi, Sabarish.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Hi, how are you doing, sir? Yeah, I can hear you. Can you
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me?
doing great. Yes, I can hear you loud and
Yes,
clear.
sir.
Yeah, just a
Yeah,
second, just a second.
so
There was a question
my
from
doubt,
Sairaj. Just a second, Sabarish. The only problem is I can't
yeah, sure.
see all the chat. I don't know what is going wrong here. There's so many chats coming up, popping up. I should have enabled the thing. Sairaj, what you can do is you can again post your question so that I will know what your question is. Okay. So there's a question from Gautam. Just a second, Sabarish. There's a super chat. So there's a question from Gautam, and the question is now I'm developing. Okay, again, it went up. Yeah. So now I'm developing a website with front end. I'm using React and for backend, I'm using Node.js with Firebase. Do and don'ts for me. Um, you're doing front end with React and backend with. So make sure that you follow the protocols of both the technologies, front end, React. There's you have to optimize your code. And for backend, so since I'm not into front end, I can't talk much about it. But make sure when you're doing backend thing, make sure your application is scalable and it is easy to manage, because when you make the application, we have this tendency of building an application which runs, but it should also be manageable. That's one thing you have to consider. For front end, I would say focus on user experience as well, how user feels when they use the website. It's not just about how it looks, it's about how it feels. Okay, Sabarish, you are there?
Yeah,
Yes, come back.
I'm there, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I hope I'm pronouncing your name properly. How do you pronounce it? Sabarish.
Yes, it's Sabrish. Yeah, but it's spelling is like that.
Okay, okay, my bad. Yeah,
It's Sabrish.
Sabarish.
Usually, like it's Sabrish. Yeah. So,
Okay, what
sir,
it means? I'm just
basically,
curious.
my doubt is it means like I think it's a temple like Sabrimala in Kerala. So
Oh,
that's
okay,
how
okay.
it's related. My
I
name.
guess I went there. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, please continue. You have a question.
So currently, so I am doing my engineering. I'm in second year, CSE background.
Okay,
So my question is like, sir, 2 years are there for the campus placement, right? So I
okay,
really don't know like how they're gonna ask the mainly they focus on competitive programming. I think like in all interviews they focus on competitive programming, right? I
right,
think so. Correct me if I'm wrong.
right.
So
Not all, but
sir,
90%
basically
yes.
like okay, so like how they ask, sir? Like, is it it's like a hard, very difficult level, or it's like simple basic questions, or how it is? I have no clue because now I have started my
Uh,
DSA. I'm doing arrays
mhm,
right now, so like
okay,
I'm just not sure how the campus placement goes and how the interviews goes. I have no idea about that. So I thought maybe
okay.
you
So
can
in fact,
help with that. Um, I'm not able to hear you, sir.
wrong again with the internet. Can you hear me now? Hello,
Yeah, now it's fine, sir. Now I'm able to hear you.
hello.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Okay, great. Uh, yes, I can. So thing is, I have done my graduation 10 years back, so I'm not sure what's the current scenario. Now, since most of you have this question about competitive programming, so what I will do is let me try someone who can answer these questions, maybe next live session, who has recently given the interview and they got a job, or maybe even if they have not got the job, what is the type of
Okay.
question they ask in the interviews? because I don't know, because I don't sit in the interviews nowadays, right? So need to find someone who
Okay.
have done this.
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, but yeah, but that thanks for the
Yeah.
question. I
Yeah.
got an
And sir,
idea here. Yeah.
yeah. Yes. And one more question, sir. Like, regarding projects, sir, like, is it enough if you do the final year project, or how many projects like you should do? Like, even one project is fine, the final year project, or how is it, sir? Any idea?
It's not actually the number of projects you do for one domain. It's about how many domains you touch. Um, Maybe there should be one project for web development. Maybe you can do another project for mobile
Okay.
development. By doing this, it will be helpful for you to understand the entire ecosystem. Sometimes when you know the ecosystem, it will be
Okay.
helpful to focus on one thing. Example, if you are doing only web development, you don't understand how thing works for mobile applications, how thing works for how do you work with data online. So if you do 2 to 3 projects on different domains, on different technologies, it will give you a better idea of the entire ecosystem. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Okay. I get it, sir. Yes, sir. It makes sense. Yeah.
Okay, great. So, in fact, since we have some questions on the interviews here, if anyone who is watching this now, who has done the recent interviews in colleges for big companies, we would like to get your experience. So, if you have that, please come in the chat. I will just share the link once again. It will be helpful for
I
everyone
think it
who is
depends
looking
on
for a job.
companies.
Right, right. It is depend upon the companies. But at least we can get a general overview of what
Yes.
is
So
happening.
yes, sir. Like I think, sir, you have any idea about this mass recruitment? I don't know what it is exactly. Like they take bulk of students. Like how is it? How does that work?
Yes, they go for bulk recruitment. So, example, when I was looking for a job, I went for the bulk recruitment. So, let me give you a scenario. What happens there? So, there will be one place. It might be a college. It might be a company place or something. So, there will be a place where they will call you for the interviews. Mostly around 1,000 or 2,000 people,
Okay.
or maybe around, it might go to 3,000 people, depending upon the scenario. They go there for the interviews. They have multiple rounds. The first filtration is the marks. If you are not above 60%, out. If you are 60 plus, they will go for the second round, which is aptitude. In aptitude, they remove half of the people. Then the next round is group discussion. They remove half of the people. And ultimately, one company will be hiring around 200 to 300 people from one campus or from one recruitment. These 300 people will be in one batch. They will be trained together, and they will be getting placed in different locations. That is mass recruitment. And most of these are service based
So basically,
companies.
they will give you the training. Like and then
Yes,
you
they
have
will
to
give you
work
training as well.
on that.
Yeah, right,
So
right.
in interview, they will ask like, so this means that in mass recruitment, when interview goes, like they ask very simple questions, like they don't ask a high level competitive question, I guess, maybe, right?
Not exactly, not competitive, but not easy questions. Maybe it will relate to your college itself, your syllabus. Maybe they will ask you questions on networking. They will ask you
Okay.
questions on databases. How do you handle big database? How do you speed up the application? How do you optimize the application? Those type of questions may not be competitive programming, but anything which you have learned in your degree.
Okay, sir. I get that.
Does that make sense? Okay, great. So let me just
Yes,
get.
sir. Yes. Sir, I'm not able to hear you.
Okay. Things are getting weird here. I don't know why my internet is uh, doing not well today. Am I audible there? Okay. Akash is back with questions. Hi,
Hello, sir.
Akash. You have some more
Thank you for
questions?
allowing me again, sir.
Yes, please.
Sir, actually, one of my classmate is not able to join here, sir. So he asked me to ask you questions, sir.
So the problem is we only have a limit of 10 people on the in the stream.
No, sir.
That's the limitation.
He's
Yeah.
having some network issues. He's not
Okay.
able to
Okay.
join in this one, sir. He's able to watch the stream, sir.
Okay. No problem. Go on. Go on. Go on with the
Uh,
question.
sir, his name is Lalit, sir.
Okay.
His doubt is we are actually new to programming, as I said before you, sir.
Right.
He's asking like from where whether where to can you give a roadmap from where to start to become a web developer, sir?
Okay. So when you say web developer, there are two things here. Again, I guess we have discussed this before as well. There's a front end. There's a back end.
Yes, sir.
Front end means what you see on the screen.
Yes, sir.
Example, when you go to any website, let's say Facebook, whatever you see on the screen, that's a front end.
Okay, sir.
The back end is when you search, when you add a request, when you send a request for adding a friend, when you message someone, something is happening in the back end.
Yes, sir.
So the first step should be start with the front end. Understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now for the backend, you can choose whatever you want. You can go for Python with
Okay.
Django framework. You can go for Java with Spring framework. You can go with PHP. So you can choose any language you want, but stick to
Yes, sir.
one language for one or two projects, and then jump to another question.
Okay, sir. So from where should he start, sir? I means whether he should start learning some programming languages or directly start from HTML, CSS, sir?
Start with HTML, CSS first. Get the
So
idea of how do you
directly
maintain
start from
website.
HTML, CSS,
Yes,
sir.
yes.
So no need to learn Python or Java, sir.
That's later. Once you complete HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, then
Okay,
go
sir.
for the programming part.
Okay. So can you once again can you address him, sir? From level one to level one to and how to become a web developer, sir?
Okay, so first go for HTML, then
Okay, sir.
CSS, then
Yes, sir.
JavaScript,
Yes, sir.
and then whatever web technology, let's say Python, and then
Okay, sir.
Django.
Okay.
Django is a
Sir,
framework.
one more doubt, sir. So if we are thorough with all this, where we can grab opportunities to do the project, sir?
There are multiple ways of getting the project. You can get it from the freelancing websites. Maybe you can get it from Upwork
Okay, sir.
or Freelancer. But then initially you will not get the project. You have to hunt for the project. It's not that easy. Someone will give you the project in the first go,
Okay, sir.
right? But it will take some time, but you will get ultimately. Otherwise, you can get to your talk to your family members and whatever company they are working for. You can
Yes,
get the
sir.
project from them, and then you
Oh,
can say, "Hey, we can work on this project for free. Give us the opportunity."
okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Oh,
great.
thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me again, sir.
Oh, thank you so much, Akash, for being here.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have Rahul. Hey, hi, Rahul. I guess you are waiting here from a long time.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah,
So
hi.
my question is, like, I'm working in an Indian MNC for 2.5 years and as
Okay.
a Java developer.
Oh, that's awesome.
So yeah, so can you, like, I'm looking for the new opportunity in the product-based companies.
Okay.
Uh, so can you give me like a roadmap which would help us, like, what kind of a skill they are trying to acquire, what level of skill set like they are needing.
Okay. So you're into Java right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure exactly what they are looking for product-based companies, but one thing is for sure, there is they always look for niche technologies. Maybe example, if you are into Java, so maybe
Mhm.
it's time for you to get into microservices. It's time for you to get into deploying your applications. Maybe you can do more into how do you design microservices. There are different aspect of it. One is designing and one is actually building the application. So you can upskills on these things, microservices, or you can also go for cloud deployments. You can get AWS certifications that will be helpful for you.
So, like the fundamentals of the like AWS, there is certification for that. So
Yes,
that would give an any edge over the other candidates,
yes,
or
that's right. That will give you an edge. But then it also depends upon whatever profile you're looking for.
like I'm looking for
Like,
the backend, mainly for the backend. So I guess AWS will help
yeah,
here.
AWS should be helpful for you.
And any tips for like prepare any preparation for the Java and the Spring Boot part, and
Try to get Spring Security, Spring Batch. Those things are required. So try to do mastery in Spring Security as well, because I've seen some of the interviewers, they focus more on this Spring Security because they know Spring Boot, Spring Data. Most
yeah,
of
yeah,
them don't focus on Spring Security, so they target you on that.
okay,
Yeah. So still, I would suggest, I'm not 100% sure the type of questions they will ask. What you can do is you can search for the exact profile you're looking for in the product based company. They will mention the requirements. This is what they're looking for. Spend
right,
some time. I mean, don't apply for the job and that at that moment, but spend maybe 3 to 4 months, prepare each and everything which they mentioned there, and then apply for the interview. In the first interview, you will understand where you are, because sometimes we feel we know things, but then we don't able to answer that. And then you go back and you prepare again, you go back and then you try to cross the interview.
okay. Yeah, that's it. My questions are these only.
Oh,
Thank
thank you
you.
so
Thank
much,
you so
Rahul,
much
for
for
joining.
letting me in. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we can take one more and then we are done for today. Who is there? I can see Bhavya here. Bhavya, do you want to join? Give a thumbs up if you want to join. Okay. Okay, cool. Hey, hi, Bhavya. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I can't hear you. I guess you're on mute. No, still I can't hear you. So by the time Bhavya is solving his internet issue,
I guess
or the
I'm back.
yes, you're back. You're back. I can hear you now.
Thank you. So actually, I am in mechanical second year. So I have just started. I have started from 2020 Python. So I have learned Python, HTML, CSS, and I am now into Django, and I have almost completed it. Also, I have created two, three projects. This is one is an e-commerce website. Second is a utility website. Third is information type. So I have just created into it, and from the past 25 days, I was suffering from COVID. So I think the interest just lost, and from the past 10 to 12 days, I just learned machine learning. I am just interested into it. So
Okay.
from the past 4 5 days, I am very much confused that what to do, what not to do, because I have just left one of my project in Django halfway, and now I think I am into machine learning. So what information I get in machine learning is that we need a proper knowledge of DSA of in Python, which I don't have. I have zero in it, and I have zero knowledge of competitive programming.
Okay.
And also I am good at backend development, and I have not studied till now. I have just completed HTML and CSS, and I am not into JavaScript. So I'm thinking of starting it in a bit or in a 2 3 days, but I don't know what to do and what not to do. Should I skip machine learning? Should I continue with Django? Should I uh, go with front end?
Okay. So after this question, I'm not sure what to answer and what not to answer. So, okay. So Bhavya, what's important is what you are interested in. See, every time you see a new technology, you feel good about it. Example, when I learn something new, I feel this is it. This is what I always wanted to do. But then it's not always that case. So if you're loving machine learning now, continue with that. That's a good thing that you love machine learning. But what are the prerequisites for machine learning? You have to also understand that. If machine learning says you need to learn maths, you have to learn it. If machine learning says these are the Python libraries you have to master, you have to do it. But go step by step. If you directly jump to machine learning, there will be a point, then that's where you will feel, hey, this is not for me. It's not that it's not for you, it's just that there's a gap in the knowledge required to go there. So go step by step. If machine learning says these are the Python libraries you need, master that, learn maths, and go for machine learning. You will love it. Machine learning is great. You will love it, but provided you fill up the gaps and don't
Sir,
jump around.
yeah, that was I was doing from past 15 days, because as the interest lost in Django due to COVID issues of 1 month approx. So I was not into my projects, and all of a sudden there was a decline in studies. The motivation didn't come. So I jumped into machine learning. So I am trying to focus back on Django, because after Django we can explore more and more. We can learn in front end as well. Sir, just one more question I want to say.
Yeah.
Is everything about JavaScript only after Django? Is it necessary to learn JavaScript?
If you want to get into web development, then yes, you don't have a choice. JavaScript is everywhere actually. So it's not that you should be master of JavaScript, but knowing JavaScript will help you in the long run. Doesn't matter where you are. If you are into web development, JavaScript is there. If you are into AI, there's a TensorFlow library in JavaScript. If you are into desktop development, you can use JavaScript. So JavaScript is everywhere. So it's an advantage of learning JavaScript language.
So I think I should go for Django for now, and after completing it, I should switch to JavaScript for now.
Right. Great. So there's a super chat from Bhavani. Best approach for building microservices. Since I'm not into microservices, so I can't answer that. But maybe I will get someone to answer that microservices question. So Bhavya, I hope I have answered your question. Stick to Django,
definitely.
and then we can move towards machine learning later. And it will take some time. Since you were suffering from COVID, it will take some time to recover, and it will take some time to get the momentum going.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Yep. Great. So one last, we have Sairaj, who is waiting here from a long time.
Yes, sir. Are you able to hear me?
And it says YouTube. Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah.
So you
one
got
good
a
thing,
YouTube
sir.
T-shirt.
So yeah, I was a YouTuber back then.
Oh, okay.
Now I closed
That's
up my
awesome.
channel.
Oh,
So one thing, sir, there was totally the live event was going through technical. So I want to get like kind of general discussion. Initial thing,
yes,
I
please
am
go
from
on.
Telangana. I noticed that you hail from Telangana aspect. Your parents
Right.
or like you have some connection with
Right.
Telangana. So
Right. I have some connection with
and
Telangana.
so regarding that, whenever we feel that we are having an exam, we like mark you as, hey, go and see Naveen Anna videos, Naveen Anna. So it's
Oh,
more
okay.
like not Naveen Reddy Telusko, it's more like Naveen Anna. Naveen Anna
Oh, thank you
videos
so much.
chusnava.
That's
Naveen
awesome.
Anna. So it's not like bragging about something, but it's damn sure that most of my classmates like use your channel for Python. And many of them started with Python and now they're excelling. They recently placed as well. And I'm currently final year. I'm going to finish my final year in a couple of weeks. So we can have a chat regarding the placement system, how placements are going. So what's the difference between mass recruiters? So what
Yeah.
these pre-final areas can do and don't like in those like these 1 to 3 years. So what I observed is like I have attended few interviews,
Okay.
like one from service-based company and one other from like it's more related to finance. So the Big Four, it's one of the Big Four company. I recently attended that
Okay.
and I cleared that as well. So as many people were asking about competitive programming, so this
Right.
thing actually, so when I was in my first year, only IIT people like were very much aware of it because of the ICPC competition. But in recent times, it was more like a JE thing, which is used for marketing all over YouTube. So someone puts
Right.
up a new course on DSA and then starts marketing it on LinkedIn. So this is how things are going on. But like I feel that it should be coming from your inner self that you need to do something in DSA. So if you want to get good placement, you do DSA, but you don't get manipulated by like people on YouTube, because few of my friends, they also got jobs like by contributing to the open source. And then few of my friends got like who is from online, they also got their placements done with good amount of package using their projects as well, like even without DSA rounds in some few cases. So like I just want to see that don't go around CP for a hype which is being created like intentionally. What that I mean to say, so you do CP, that's actually well, or else, and there is much more difference between CP and DSA. So DSA is up to a level, you can do lead code. So that's more far enough for companies. And CP is a different kind of thing, different set of thing. It's more like a sport. It's more like a game related with coding. So don't get confused between CP and DSA. And I can assure you that like in mock hirings and service-based companies, you can get hired easily. I say easily. They ask very basic things like the memory allocation techniques, linked lists, and then palindrome programs. And then if you go with Python, like the strings like slicing operations, what is lambda function. So in the most recent interview, like I was expecting questions from like different areas of it, because my projects were related to Python, where I developed a Telegram bot and then one website like web development project. But the interviewer asked me the very minute things like the difference between set and tuple. So how they are being indicated, we use square brackets for like list, and then we use dictionaries, we use flower brackets and keys. So don't get confused, don't stress too much. So have a free hand on your skills and the tech stack which you are already currently learning. So go with the flow. Make sure you discuss with your seniors. Like don't get just manipulated by the marketing guys on YouTube. I'm not like, there is no offense, I'm not saying everyone is bad, but there are some people who want to make money out of it. But like we have free resources coming from like channels like Telusco, and we have few more channels as well. Make use of them. You can use Udemy, and then you can have Coursera. So in the recent pandemic time, like Coursera started offering all their courses on free. So make use of these type of things, the valid things. The certified professionals, they can teach you better. And then excel. And one more important, if you want to get into a service-based company, you need to do with the aptitude thing. So learn it to some extent. So you cannot skip that, because all these people do is they want to filter out students and they use these aptitude things. And other thing I want to say is just do three projects. In the initial 2 years, you concentrate on DSC and competitive coding. And in the third year and fourth year, you can concentrate on building projects and making your resume stronger. And then you can apply off-campus drives. And in recent times, there is no like a thing like on campus or off campus. Like you are getting opportunities through the internet. You can have a LinkedIn profile, and everything is at your doorstep. So you can have referrals from LinkedIn. You can have direct interviews. If your resume is good, you can shortlist it easily, and then you will get testing. So don't be tense. Don't get like tensed by these whatever hype creating on YouTube. Just be calm, go with the flow, enjoy the tech stack which you are learning.
Okay.
I'm
So,
sorry if I run like a marathon.
There is a comment for you on this screen. You should again open your YouTube channel and start talking about it. It's very important. So whatever things you have mentioned, those are very important. Example you talked about. Now, first of all, thank you for your advice. It will be helpful for a lot of people. First, don't get all this hype what is going on on YouTube. Yes, as I mentioned, most of them are for their own marketing. But see, learning computer programming is good, doing CP is good, but it should not be the ultimate aim. You can also learn DSA, and it's not related to computer programming as mentioned. In mass recruitment, they don't have difficult questions, but yes, 90% time they don't have they have easy questions. But if your luck is not good, they might ask you some tough questions as well.
Yes,
right.
yes.
So thank you so much, Sairaj, for your input.
One last thing, sir, and I would like to say, please make sure that luck plays an important factor as well while giving your interviews. So make a note of that.
Right.
And as sir said, 90% of the interviews will ask easy questions. No need to worry at all. So these are basic questions, not ever nowhere related to CP and all. If you get into service-based companies, but if you aim for a good
Right.
placement in a good product-based company, you can do DSA and entry level of CP. That can fetch you a good placement. As far as I researched and I inquired about my friends, and I hope it's not like an advice. It's like a suggestion kind of thing. You can follow or don't follow. It's up to you. Make your decision like a wise decision, and take inputs from senior experts and like your seniors, alumni, whoever is there. So ask them what they did and what you are doing and what are the don'ts they are suggested to you, and make sure that those things are not being done by you in your first and second years. Thank you. And thank you, Naveen Anna, for letting me in. If you're okay with that.
Oh, thank you so
Okay.
much. Thank you so much, Sairaj, for the inputs. And do share the
Okay,
videos
thank you,
again
sir.
with your juniors, the upcoming juniors.
Okay, that was actually a tech channel I am running in Telugu. But now I think once I get into a good company, then I can start my YouTube for good sake, not for marketing and not for making courses and not for making money out of it.
Maybe a channel by saying how I got a job in Apple. Maybe that should be your YouTube channel.
that can fetch me more views and make like 1 lakh subscribers very soon. Very soon, I can get the
Right.
silver play button very soon in my hands if I make a video.
True. Yeah.
Thank you,
Yeah. Thanks.
Naveen sir,
Thank you
Naveen
so much,
Anna.
Sairaj.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a super chat. Oh, that was a great listening to Sairaj, actually, not talking to Sairaj. So there's a question from Ruchita. Thank you so much, Ruchita, for the super chat. And the question is it a better option to do MS soon after BTech than MBA? I'm not good at skill. Why can't I go with some other related technology field in MS? What are you telling? Why all are telling coding is important? See, coding is not important. We have to understand this. This is an open market, right? Everyone want to promote their business. Everyone want to promote their liking. If someone is saying you, let's say if I want to make a business out of my profile, if I tell you, hey, we have this field called networking, and I will teach you networking, using which you can build amazing networking applications. Not a catchy business idea, right? But what if I say you can make Android applications in 7 days? That is catchy. So on the internet, everything is catchy, and that's why everyone says coding is important. But in the world of internet or the technology, we have so many domains. So don't focus much on coding if you don't enjoy it. There's other domains as well. Maybe you can look at cybersecurity. Maybe you can look at AI. Maybe you can look at administrations. There are so many options available. Should you go for MS after BTech? Maybe I would say complete your BTech, get 2 years of experience, and then go for masters. Again, that's what I preferred. Okay, so one last person joining the stream. Okay, so let me take Prasad and Ranjit both. You each have 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm damn tired. I'm talking from last
Yes,
2
sir.
hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's start with you, Prasad.
Yeah, sir. Basically, I'm from third year,
Okay.
from CE background. So my question is, how to enter into startup ecosystem?
You want to
Like,
get a job in startup, right?
no, startup.
You want to start your own. If you want to
Yeah,
have
yeah,
your own company.
yeah. But what about the application scalability? How to manage those things? I can design a
See,
prototype and work on it, but when it comes to application on scalability,
mhm.
how to manage it?
See, there are actually two things here. First, Prasad, the first one is knowing how to build applications, and second is building your own startup. It's not easy. Building your own startup is not easy. Uh, it's not just about making an application which everyone will use and you will make money. It has to do with business. Example, let's talk about Zomato here. Now, if we talk about Zomato, do you think you can build another Zomato application? Yes, we can. Maybe you can spend 7 to 8 days and you can build the replica of Zomato. In fact, online on YouTube, you will find so many videos
Yes.
let's replicate Zomato. Zomato is not Zomato because of the application. Zomato is there because of the business idea. It's not just the application, it's also getting the restaurants connected, making sure you also get clients, making sure you also get delivery people, and connecting all of them. Zomato is just an application which connects three real entities: restaurants, delivery guys, and customers. So, building your own business has to do more with the business than the application. Is it making sense?
Yes, but yeah, the idea part is okay. But what about the scalability with respect to technical field?
Okay.
I
So, when it
don't
comes
have
to
team.
scalability, okay.
Yeah, I don't have
So,
team like co-founder, founder, how to manage those things and all
so basically, you want to build a company by your own, or you want to hire people?
by own. But alone I can't do, right?
Right. That's the issue. That's the issue.
Yeah, yeah.
So most of the people, what they do is they look for co-founders.
Yeah, co-founder.
One person has to be technical, and the second one would be business person.
Yes.
So you, as a technical person, you are in charge for building the product. Maybe you will not do it by your own. Initially, what you can do is, you can build MVP, a small prototype of your project.
Prototype. Yeah, prototype is
Yeah,
ready.
and you can
Yeah.
do it individually. But later on, once you think, hey, the business, the you're getting more customers, you're getting more business. At this point, you have to think about scaling the application. That's why you will hire
Yeah,
people,
that's the issue. Yeah.
right? So you have to hire people and you have to scale the application. Now, how do you scale the application? There are different ways of building application. One is, example, let's say you heard about microservices.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. So if you think about
System design.
Amazon, right, system design. So Amazon is one big application, right?
Yes.
But it looks like it's one big application, but actually it is a lot of small applications connected. So the user database, then we have all the products, then we have accounts, then we have payment gateway. Everything is a separate service and they're all connected. So when you say scale, basically you don't scale the entire application, you scale a small part of it. So you scale maybe users, maybe you will scale products, depend upon the requirement. Example, tomorrow is a sale of all the Apple devices. So they have to only scale the product service. I mean, there's so much to talk about scaling the applications. There's also of database. How do you handle huge databases?
Yes.
Right. So those things will come one by one. First, you have to go with the basic application, and then you think about adding more services, adding extra services to the application, hiring people, hand over the job to the new developers, and you will be managing them. So you can call yourself a CTO, which is Chief Technology
Yes. Yes.
Officer.
Yes.
And then you'll be having a co-founder who can manage the entire business. I have not seen someone who is expert in both. I mean, hardly there are people who are good with business and good with technology. My observation is you need someone who is good with business, you need someone who is good with technology.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes, sir.
And you will get these things once you start. You have to start. Okay, then you will understand how do you scale, how do you get customers, and different stuff.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, can
Perfect.
you give insights about your startup, yeah, your business
Mine is more into
from past
education,
10
right? So
years? How you
yeah.
yeah,
See,
yeah.
for me, it's not about a startup. You can say it's more of a platform. It's more of
Yes.
I can't say non-profit because I'm earning out of it, but it's
Media.
more of helping people. Yeah, so it's more of a media. That's right. It's more of a media. For me, it's more about YouTube. It's more about corporate. So having a startup is not something I'm focusing on. YouTube has given me a company, but that was not the ultimate aim of having your own company. For product, we have a different idea, right? We need a team. I don't have a big team. I have a very small team. We need at one point I hired people for some work, but I'm not good with managing people. So again, they left, and now I have a very small team to manage. and that to focus more on education. So again, for this, you need to talk to people who are into software industry or startup softwares or software startups. This is what happens if you
Both
speak
way.
for 2 hours. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you
So
so
all the
much.
best, Prasad, for your startup journey.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Let me get Ranjit here. Last one, Ranjit.
Hi,
Hey,
hi.
hi.
Yeah. Hi, hi, Naveen. It's
Uh,
not any question. Actually, I just want to thank you first.
oh, thank
Uh,
you so much. Yeah.
okay, it's not about anything else. And
Mm.
I'm a 2 years experienced big data developer right now.
Okay.
When I just first started my coding journey, basically I don't know. It is an accidental thing. I just get into this. Uh, Basically now I'm an Apache Spark developer.
Okay.
Uh, but at the beginning I want a point where when I started my career Java. I don't know
Okay.
ABC in Java. Basically, I just gone to through your videos. That made complete sense. Like no need to go to any other videos. Once you complete all your Java videos, I felt like those are enough to begin with. But I just saw you are live right now. You have most fan base in students rather than working professionals. Mm, right? That's right, right?
Maybe this is
Maybe.
something I want to check. So maybe tomorrow I will post a poll
Uh,
on YouTube.
yeah.
You have to select a poll. Who are you? Yeah.
Yeah, basically, I just want your Atman. Can we expect any videos from you from distributed systems like Spark, yeah, Hadoop?
No, not much into big data technologies. In
Okay.
future, you can expect videos. So let me give you my
Hmm.
list now. So I will finish
Okay.
JavaScript now.
Okay.
After that, I'm going to start with Ethereum. I mean, Solidity
Okay.
Ethereum. And then after
Okay.
that, I'm going to start with Corda. Again, we'll
Okay.
resume the Corda series and then we'll move towards Hyperledger. So basically, for a long
Okay.
time, I'm focusing on blockchain technologies.
Okay. You're more into, but if I say it frankly, but in the industry right now, we don't have blockchain using many companies, right?
Uh,
Like job purpose, but
right.
you're
So
more
basically,
focused.
I'm more of a evangelist of blockchain. So I want to teach
Okay.
blockchain so that
Okay. Okay.
you will learn blockchain and then company will start recruiting blockchain developers. I'm just trying
Okay.
to improve
You
that
want to make
ecosystem.
impact.
Yes, I want to be the early bird in the blockchain
Torch
world.
bearer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
I fail, that's fine.
Yeah.
I started
Yeah, fine,
something
fine.
and I
I got
failed.
it. Yeah, I
Yeah.
got it. Then it's absolutely fine. I just want to ask, like, if you, when I didn't find any particular videos in YouTube, like the way you teach is like you start from basic and you just keep on scaling up to
Oh,
advanced level,
thank you so much.
little
In
bit
fact,
of that.
that's how I learn. Maybe
Yeah,
I
yeah.
teach the way I learn.
Basically, you are Java teacher, like you are Java trainer, right? You started your career.
Right. Right.
So I felt like you, when I compare all your videos, Java videos are like crisp and clear. Like
Okay.
most, I can give it is rate one. Then it goes again. Python is also really very good videos. I just felt these two are really good videos in YouTube right now. I feel like not extending any scrap. Many things, those are unwanted things are also there, right? You don't go to
Right.
all those things. You just go to crisp and clear. That's what it is.
Right. Right.
Just want to thank you. Once I just started my career by seeing your videos, so I thought of like that.
Yeah. In fact,
That's it.
Java is
That's it.
something
That's
which I personally love. So
yeah. Yeah, still, even we still there are a lot of Java scarcity right now in market. It is right point now. Like not like basic coders, like
hmm,
professionals. Still there
experienced
is a
professionals.
scarcity. Even though everyone say it is a old code, but still there is a
Yeah.
scarcity in the market who are good at Java. It's always there.
But again, who is saying it's old? All the YouTubers, they just want to
Yeah.
create a hype for JavaScript
Basically,
and
yeah.
Python.
Yeah. Python is actually older than, right? Python
Java.
is
Right.
started.
4 years older
Yeah.
than Java.
Yeah. But still, because of this all big data and machine learning thing
Yeah.
came up, Python got a boost. Yeah.
Right.
But still, I'm using Scala, right? Scala and Java both work on JVM. Yes.
Right. Ultimately, it's all about bytecode.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. I just want to
Yeah.
once I want to interact with you, I just posted in super chat as well whether you make videos in distributed system, something like that. Okay,
Oh,
fine.
in fact, I missed most of the super chats today
Yeah.
because of I have
I
not
think you are
started
using
this
first time,
project.
right? StreamYard. Yeah, or already
No,
you are
I've used
getting.
it before. I've used it before.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't follow you maybe. Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay. Fine. Yeah,
Uh,
fine.
Thank you so
Absolutely
much,
fine.
Ranjit, for joining.
Yeah. Fine.
This is a kind of
Yeah. Fine.
motivation to work more.
Yeah. Fine. Absolutely. Thanks. You will be a great iconic in for all the students. I think definitely. I just saw all the people who are asking
Yeah,
like
asking questions,
everything.
right?
Like you're going like Nike went from shoemaker to athletic maker. You're going from trainer to career guidance,
Right.
career guider.
Maybe I should choose that.
Yeah. I just felt like you're moving from
Yeah.
tutor to career guider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about Telesco Consultancy Services, TCS?
Absolutely fine. Just one guy came up with a startup suggestions, right? You can go with
Yeah.
that.
Right.
You can suggest people. It's
True. I should
absolutely
do that.
fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you
Thanks.
so much,
Nice
Ranjit.
talking to you. Taking
Yeah.
me
Same
in.
here.
Yeah. Fine. Absolutely.
Bye.
Thanks. Nice.
Okay. Now I'm too tired. Okay. Let me get everyone on the screen. No more questions. I'm not here to to get your
Hello.
questions.
Hello.
Hey, hi.
Yes, this is
Hi,
one.
No
sir.
questions, Bhargav.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for the Java. And one more thing I want to tell you, make
Yeah.
end to end, sir. I mean Java application end to end. Sir, I want to tell you one thing because I've watched the Java complete video series on your YouTube channel, 7 hours
Yeah.
video thing. I think it helped me a lot, sir. And recently I attended the placements. While attending the placements, it's helping me a lot. And I want to know end to end, sir. I mean the from end to connection with the SQL, Spring Boot complete application, sir. I mean, from front end to back end.
So is that your question or
Question, sir.
you
I mean,
want?
a question.
Okay. So
First
end
of
to
all, I
end,
want to
you have
thank you
to.
so much for that and for the Java videos. Later on, that the question, sir.
Okay. See, the thing is, if you want to learn Java, you have to go step by step. For full stack, again, we have mentioned that before. HTML, CSS, JavaScript. For Java, go for Core Java, Servlet, JSP, Spring, and
Yeah,
Hibernate.
yeah, sir. I learned. I mean, I'm asking end to end, sir. I mean, starting from the front end designing to from the JSP to and the connection between the SQL, posting, get mapping, and request mapping. Recently, I completed the Spring framework on Udemy, sir. Your course. You
Okay.
gave a coupon long
Yeah,
ago, sir.
right. So I didn't get your question. Do you want me to
I mean,
teach?
complete applications are in that Udemy course 5.5 hours,
Yeah.
complete which was not a application end to end. I mean,
Oh,
one
okay. So I
application
should
which
have
is
made an application, right? Okay. A
yeah, yes,
project, basically. Okay.
basic application one, complete end to end.
Okay, sure. Let me try that. It's just that I'm busy with blockchain now. Once I complete that, I can make a
Because
video.
I saw so many jobs on the Java, sir. Recently, I've attended the so many companies. I mean, Infosys and Capgemini, and
Okay.
Tech Mahindra also. Tech Mahindra, I cleared the Java because only you because I learned Spring and Java from your channel only, sir. It's more clear, sir.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
awesome.
the concepts
Yes, sir.
and I want one question, sir. Recently, I selected for the TCS contract role, Java developer.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I join that or as a contract employee or a permanent role in the Tech Mahindra, which is a
Permanent would be preferred.
5.5 for the contract, sir, and a 4.5 for the Tech Mahindra permanent role.
Go for permanent role.
Is
Don't go for contract.
okay, sir. Thank you.
You will not be even confident in contracts.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So thank you so
Yes,
much,
sir.
Bhargav. Next.
So,
Okay, let's go one by one. Let's go one by one.
yeah,
Hold on.
yeah. So go ahead.
Let me start with Pranav. Pranav, you go.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I just wanted to say thank you to you that because of your Python tutorial, I learn a lot. So I just started my Python journey at the start of my BE. So within just 2 to 3 months, I learn a lot. So just thank you to. That's it from my side.
Oh, thank
And
you
I
so much,
also get
Pranav.
a place in the TCS. And I just want to share one thought that while preparing for the interviews, they just gone through your resume, what you actually mentioned there. So just
Right.
put those things that you know. Don't put
Right.
the things that you don't know. I think that's
True,
just
true,
one
true,
suggestion that I want to share.
true. Mention only those things which you know, so that if they
Yes,
ask you a
yes,
question, you should be able to answer.
yes.
Perfect.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Pranav. Let me get Vamsi. Hey, hi, Vamsi. I can't hear you. You're on mute. You're done, done. I've unmuted.
Yeah, can you hear me now, sir?
Yes, I can hear
Is it
you.
good? Yes, sir. I am following your videos some long time, sir. Java videos and Spring Boot. Till Spring Boot, actually, I'm following you. It's very good information I'm getting from your videos, sir. So actually, I'm
Oh,
a Java
great.
developer. At present, I'm working as a Spring REST actually, Spring plus REST
Okay.
framework I'm working. So
Hmm.
the future is for microservices, sir. Future is microservices, but
Right.
I didn't have any hands-on on microservices. So how
Okay.
can I move on that to go to that way? Like what's
There are some awesome YouTube channels available for microservices. You can follow Java Brains.
okay, sir? Java brains.
Yeah. So Java Brains, Kaushik, he has a lot of videos on microservices.
Yes, sir.
You should follow that.
And DevOps also you can let Kubernetes, those things, advanced microservices topics also will be there.
I'm not sure about Kubernetes Docker. He has the videos. Maybe you can get the complete course from on Udemy.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but you can
So,
start with Java Brains videos. They are helpful.
yes, sir. And one more thing, sir. Actually, mostly Java service side web, sir, like
Yeah.
JSP serverless, like Spring Boot, like that. No? But
Right.
not most work done UI side actually. So now, if you get into a company like it's preferring full stack, right? If you get in any module, we have to do full stack, right? You have to do the UI coding and service coding also. So
Right.
to be expertise in any UI thing actually, Angular or React JS, which one I can prefer, sir? I can choose and I can
Currently, it is more React is more famous,
React
so you should
JS.
go for that. Yeah.
React JS plus Spring Boot microservices, like it will be, I can get.
Yes, that's a good option. In fact, you should check out Java Brains channel. So Kaushik currently is working on a project using React JS, Spring Boot, and microservices.
Yeah, okay, sir.
Yeah. So search
Yeah,
for Java Brains. I'm not sure if you know the channel.
yeah, actually, recently you both
Yeah, we both
have
went live
it
on
even
this
live,
channel.
sir. That
Right.
actually I watched
Right.
that live actually.
Right. The
Yeah,
same channel. Yeah.
so I will choose JavaScript, React
React
JS and
JS.
Spring Boot microservices. That path I will choose and I
Right.
will set on that.
Yes. Go on.
So learning Angular, both are different, right? So learning Angular and JavaScript, choose
Yeah,
one
they're
to
a bit
complete.
different. They're a bit different. Angular is more of a framework, and React is more
Yeah.
of a library.
So and React JS, Node.js will be similar, sir? No, Node.js like
No, Node.js is for backend. They're very different.
very different.
Yeah.
Okay, then React and Spring Boot will be the good combination. I
Yeah.
can go
Since
with.
you're working on Java, so
Yeah, yes.
it will be helpful.
Yeah, Spring RESTful services. Spring Boot actually I follow your series, sir. Actually,
Okay.
Spring Boot like configuration level, sir. That actually I'm following it. So okay, sir. Yes.
Great. Yeah. Thank you so much, Vamshi. Next we have. Okay. For next, please. I can't answer your questions. If you want to say something, you can join, but I really can't answer anymore now. You really don't know. I'm speaking from last. So I started this streaming at 9:30. The streaming went bad, and now it's almost 12. Okay. So let me get others here. Yeah, hi, others.
Hi, sir.
I just hope you don't have any question. Others just went up, vanished like that. You had it, programmer. No questions, please. Okay, there's a network issue. There's a network issue. Praneeth, anything quick? No questions. You are on mute. I can't hear you.
Hi, sir.
Hey, hi.
Yeah, I have a question, sir. Just a simple
Okay,
question.
please go with a simple question.
Yeah, yeah. I'm currently in third year and preparing for the GATE exam. Yo,
Okay.
and I have a doubt, sir. Our colleges are teaching the Java and programming language very in a basic manner. How can I move it into the advanced stage by coding and developing software apps? and something like that is my
One
question.
simple answer. One simple answer. Don't depend upon your college.
Yeah.
Follow a path. Example, if you want to be into Java, go to a channel which talks about Java. Let's say Telescope. So in this channel, we have so many Java videos. You can follow that. If you
Yeah.
choose Android development, look for a channel which talks about Android development and go with that. Don't depend upon your college syllabus. It's never enough.
And one more, sir. What about the career in this ethical hacking, cybersecurity, that thing?
It's huge. It's huge. It has a good career.
And is it simple or it will be tough in programming point of view?
If you are interested, it's good. It's not simple, but it's something you can learn and you can master. But if you're not interested, don't even try to learning hacking. It's not for everyone.
Okay. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Praneeth. And I know I'm rushing here, but okay, Adarsh, you're back.
Hello, sir.
Hey, hi.
Yes, sir. I am back.
I
Thank you,
love
sir.
your smile. I love your smile. That's why I'm
Sir,
choosing you first.
thank you, sir. Sir, my question is, sir, is any college degrees matter for placement? Sir, by the way, sir, I am learning BSc Computer Science. So this is my question.
On campus, yes, the degree is important, the college is important, but if you go for off campus, then what is important is your skill set. Even if you are from three-tier college, you will still get a job. But skills are important. Make sure you build projects, make sure you learn DSA, and you're good to go.
Yes, sir. Sir, I am not from engineering background, so is there any problem?
That's fine. That's fine. That's
Okay.
fine. That's completely fine. See, there are certain companies who will filter based on the degree, but don't focus on those companies. Look for companies who looks for skill set. It will be difficult, but
Yes.
ultimately you will get a job.
Okay,
दुनिया बहुत
thank
बड़ी
you
है.
so much. Yes, sir. Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Okay, who is left? Okay, I'm too tired. We got two Aparna and we got Vinay. Aparna, Vinay, thank you so much for joining. We also have Uday Kiran.
Hello,
No
sir.
more questions. I'm just here to
Hi,
say bye.
Naveen.
Yeah, hi everyone. Hi Aparna. Hi Vinay. Hi detailed programmer. Hi Uday Kiran.
Hi,
I'm
sir.
just here to say
I
you
was
bye.
waiting. Hey, Naveen, just for a second, please.
Okay, go on. I'm listening. I'm listening. I'm not answering, but I'm listening.
Naveen,
Yeah. Go on. Go on. Hello.
Naveen, actually, like I'm 2018 passed out. Hello, Naveen, can you
Okay.
able to hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Hello.
Actually, I'm working for the MNC company Tech Mahindra. Uh, Actually, I've joined there before clearing the interview. Like I have the good idea on JavaScript and jQuery, which by after facing the interview and joining the company, like after 1 year, I have realized that like I was not fit into it. Can you suggest me something which I can like learn after this? The best thing,
The JavaScript, right? You are
like
into JavaScript
whatever
role.
the knowledge I have that I haven't used in my company. Yes, JavaScript and jQuery.
So what's your company profile now? What they need from you? Hello?
Actually, they are looking. Hello,
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on.
hello.
Yes, Aparna, go on, go on.
Actually, their major recruitment is like actually the higher. I mean, they want more into the JavaScript knowledge and the jQuery basics. They use that technologies to build that is basically a designed thing. Like we need to design everything, the layouts, the responsive layouts and all.
Okay. So that should be your next step, right? Learn JavaScript and learn jQuery.
No. Ac- yes, I'm
Maybe
very
I'm not
good
able
with
to understand your
those two.
question.
After that, like
Yeah.
what I need to like go for the Angular or React. No,
Looking
actually,
at the current situation,
like I'm very perfect with this JavaScript and the
okay.
jQuery. The next step,
Next, I would say go for Angular. Sorry, go for React. That is more famous nowadays. But it also depends upon your company, which company you're working for.
like,
And
uh,
I mean, don't name your company, but what technology
actually,
they
I
are
want
using.
to
That they're
shift the
using.
company. Like,
Okay. In that case, go for React. React is getting a lot of boom
actually, I
nowadays.
want to shift the role. For that, I need to.
Yeah, go for React.
Okay, without Angular, can I learn React easily?
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. In fact, React is easier than Angular.
Okay, thank you so much, Naveen. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aparna. We got little programmer. Hey, hi, little programmer. I can't hear you. I can see you, but I can't
Hello.
hear you.
Yes, sir.
Hey, hi.
Are you listening me?
I can see you are trying to
Are you
join from a
listening me?
long time, but something is going wrong with the internet. Yes, I can see you. I can hear you.
I have a question according to cryptocurrency. Uh,
Yes, go
my
on.
doubt is this that with what that cryptocurrency has relation that it goes up and down because it doesn't have any relation with government.
Right. So maybe your question is why the currency value is going up and down, right? The Bitcoin price
Yes,
just goes
yes,
up and then goes down. See, it's all depend upon the
yes.
demand and supply. The demand goes high, the price goes high. Example, let's say if I talk about maybe so let's talk about this pen drive here. The cost of this pen drive is 200 rupees. But let's say if Pranav here wants to get this pen drive, Pranav will say, okay, I will get this pen drive for 210 rupees. But now at the same time, Prasad will say, hey, I will get it for 220 rupees. And now you will say, I will get it for 250 rupees. The base price of this pen drive was 200. And now the price is 250. The demand is high, the price goes up. But what if no one wants to buy this pen drive? I want to sell this for 200, and then everyone says, I don't want to buy it. So I will say, okay, no one is buying for 200. I will give you for 190. Price just went down. It's all depend upon demand. If demand is high, price will go up. If the demand is less, price will go down. That is what is happening with cryptocurrency. And every time Elon Musk tweets, the demand goes down because no one wants to buy it now. And that's why the price goes down. I guess there's some internet issue with Little Programmer, but I hope that answered your question, Little Programmer. And with that, Uday Kiran, you're the last one. And after this, I'm not adding anyone.
Yes, sir. I am MCA student first year, and can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
And my goal is to become a Java developer. What is the path to become a Java developer? And should I learn advanced Java to become Java developer as a fresher? And I done some okay. I done some problems and 100 plus problems solved in Hacker Rank. I have basic intermediate knowledge on core Java.
Okay, so it actually depends. When you say you want to get a career in Java, so it depends upon what company you want to join. So I would suggest you start with Java and Core Java, and then move towards Servlet JSP as well and Spring Framework. It will be helpful for getting a good placements. Not every company looks for it, but having those skill set will be always helpful. I've just muted you so that there was some noise coming from your side. Yeah.
Okay, those questions will be asked in the fresher interview. Or? about
Depend
advanced
upon the
Java?
companies. Some companies will ask, some company will not. It is something depend upon what you mention in your resume. If you say, hey, I have worked on Spring Framework, then they will definitely ask you questions on Spring Framework. But if you say, I have worked on Java, I know I have done DSA on Java, I have made some projects using Core Java, then most of the questions will be on Core Java. So it all depends on what you claim.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, but
And should
learning Spring
and
Framework will
should
be
I?
advantageous.
Okay, after I have learned core Java completely. I think I feel like confident. And after, should I have to learn servlets, or maybe what should I learn next?
After Core Java, you can directly jump to Spring Framework, but it is suggested if you start with Servlet and JSP, then move towards Spring Framework. It will be helpful.
Okay, okay, servlets and move to the Spring
JSP.
Framework. JSP
Yes.
Spring Framework. Okay, thank you, sir. I was waiting from 1 hour in this.
Uh,
Okay, thank you.
sorry for that. Maybe next time I will have 3 to 4 clones of mine to answer your questions. The multi-threading
Okay, thank
approach.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Uday. Okay, cool. See you next time, everyone. Thanks for. Okay. Vinit says justice for size spent 800 in super chat. I'm so sorry. Who is this Sai and what was his question? Maybe I should take a special session with Sai here. I'm so sorry. Today I was not able to focus on super chats. It was the question just went up and up. Okay, everyone says justice for Sai. So I'm here. I'm here for Sai. Sai, what's your question? That's the only question I will see now in the chat window. Where is Sai? Sai is not here? Yeah, Sai Teja asked now. It's only for you. And the justice is building. That's right. Can you find Sai? Or anyone who can reiterate the question of Sai? So basically, we spent the entire day. This is 6th of Jan now. We crossed 12 p.m. So 12 a.m. Yeah. Find Sai. So Sai has spent 800 on Super Chat. Yeah, no need to do Super Chat, Sai, this time. Just ask your question. Someone please find Sai. We hurry up for next 1 minute. Next time I'm coming live. I'll directly come live for teaching something, maybe JavaScript or Python. Next time. Okay. So maybe find Sai on different platforms. Let's do this. Let's have this hashtag viral justice for Sai. I guess he's not here. So that's it, everyone. See you in the next live. Till then, enjoy. Bye bye.